Some folks born to lose and some folks born to win. Some folks born to hub it, that's where we come in. Keep hubbing it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbing it down that lonesome road.
God, you better try another. Oh, good gracious, I thought it was me. Yeah, I thought that was me busting all those dadgum mud things there. You know, Lucky, I can't understand why a fella such a fast with dadgum pistol as you are, such a good shot. What are you hanging around here being a cowpoke for?
There's nothing wrong with being a cowpoke cannonball. If that's what you want to be, and I like it.
Hello, fellas. How are you? Hi. I'm looking for Lucky Randall.
Lucky Randall.
Oh, Lucky!
Hey, come on.
Randall?
Yeah.
I'm Ace Barco.
Howdy, my name's Cannonball. What is that here? My name's Cannonball.
Me and Cuddy here work for Craig Sabin over in Ora County. Biggest outfit west of the Cimarron.
Yeah, I've heard of it. That's quite an outfit.
Yeah, we've heard of you, too. Heard that you're mighty handy with a gun. If so, I've got a proposition that'll interest you.
Yeah? What kind of a proposition?
Well, Sabin needs men who can shoot fast and straight. And he's willing to pay them $100 a month and keep. Sound good?
Say, that's a lot of money. How about the rest of the boys? We're all through work here.
No, I'm afraid I can't use them. What we want are real lead slingers. Men with a reputation. And we're ready to pay them top gun wages.
Say, hiring gunmen sounds like somebody's going to get hurt. Why didn't Sabin do his own killing?
Oh, he's hiring protectors, bodyguards. He ain't aiming at killing nobody. Unless it's to save his own life and property.
Protected from what?
Well, a bunch of squatters moved in on him. Cutting his fences and robbing his stock. It got so bad he has to keep gunmen on hand all the time to keep him from robbing him blind.
Why doesn't he get the law after him?
The law ain't reached Oro County yet, and for protection, we have to hire it ourselves.
If that's the case, then you're fighting outlaws.
That's how it is. Oh, what do you say?
Say, that's quite a proposition. Sure, I'll take it.
Good. You meet us at sundown, we'll head for Pinion City.
I'll be there.
We'll be right there, Mr. Cutter.
Barco's the name.
Barco. See you later, Mr. Barco.
Cutter's the name.
Oh.
What did that fella say his name was?
Which one?
The other one.
Oh, the other one. George.
George. That's my brother's name.
What do you think, Bob?
Pretty smooth gestures, Lucky.
Yeah, they sure are. Men don't pay gun wages without a reason. I'm just curious enough to find out what it's all about.
I'm afraid Lucky's letting himself in for a lot of trouble.
I'm thinking about the same way you are, Bob. I'm gonna be right on his footsteps as long as my feet hold out.
Blackie. Blackie! Come into my office.
What's on your mind, boss? I've just heard that late Parker's trying to stir up the settlers again. I want you to take a couple of men and go down there and shut him up for good.
It's about time we paid him a visit. We'll go right away.
Oh, Blackie. That girl of his gets in the way. Take care of her, too.
Leave that to me. Well, boys, here's the Parker Ranch. Ready to be wiped off the map. Hey, it looks like Parker's alone. It's about time we run him and the rest of the settlers off for good. Come on.
Don't work so hard, Dad. last a while.
Wish I could, honey. But since Saban has taken over the store in town and refusing to sell us settlers any more supplies, we got to work harder than ever.
I'll help you as soon as I finish mending the stockings.
Burn down the stack and then torch the buildings.
Dad, look! It's from Saban's gang.
The old man has enough gumption to shoot at us, has he?
Town.
Dad, you can't. They're just itching for a chance to kill you.
We've tried living under Satan's heel long enough.
I know, but you mustn't go. Please, Dad. You wouldn't stand a chance alone against that crowd.
There's no use trying to stop me.
I know, but...
This thing has got to be settled once and for all. I can't go on living penned up by Savine's fences, expecting any minute to be shot down like a mad dog.
I know, but I can't let you go. You know what happened to the others who tried to fight them.
My mind's made up. I'll be back, honey. Don't you worry.
Get over to the docks and get that crease in your arm fixed up. I thought I told you not to come barging in here without knocking, Blackie. What do you want now? We raided Parker's like you were. Oh, good. The sooner we get rid of those settlers, the better I'll like it. Did you get Parker? No. We couldn't get our sights on them. They creased lefty, but not bad. Sit down, Blackie. I've got another job for you.
Go in and tell your boss to step out and tell him to come armed.
What are you trying to do, Parker? Commit suicide?
Do as you're told.
All right. Get outside, boys, and watch the fun. Parker's asking for the boss to meet him out there and get his eyes shot out. Where's Saban?
He'll be right back. What's on your mind?
Well, the lambs come in for the slaughter.
Yeah?
Parker's in the street and he's...
What's that?
I say Parker's in the street loaded for bear and inviting you to step out.
So, that small-time squatter wants to get himself cooked, huh? Come on, Blackie, you can finish what you started to do. What's on your mind, Parker?
Some of your men came to my ranch today. You sent them.
Now, what of it? It's about time you thieving settlers got out of here anyway. There's no room for you here. Unless you want a 2x6 plot in Boot Hill.
That's the way it is, Randall. Every nester with a grievance blames it on Saban. There was plenty of room for us settlers before you and your hired killers came in. You've spread out like an octopus, grabbing everything in sight, fencing us off from ranges we've been using for years. And you finally stopped us from buying supplies at the store. But you made your last mistake when you raided my ranch.
You're talking yourself into a grave, Parker.
Maybe I am, but you're going with me. Grab for your gun. There's an old saying, cut down the poisonous weed at the roots, and all the branches will die. That's what I tried to do. If I could have gotten saving, but I reckon I failed.
Dad! Isn't anyone going to help us?
Hold it, Randall. They don't rate on help. They're on the wrong side of the fence. Don't let a pretty girl make you think otherwise.
There isn't a man among you with courage enough to fight Savin. My father warned you that you'd had to fight or eat out of his hand. You've seen his killers sweep down on us like vultures, and you've let him do it, afraid of his shadow.
Nice speech, sister.
Stay out of it or get into trouble.
Put the old man in his buckboard. There's no use in cluttering up the whole street. Go on. There you are, sister.
Oh, now, I wouldn't act that way. Oh.
I don't need your help now.
Who's the stranger?
His name is Randall. Lucky Randall. I hired him over in Split Rock.
He's pretty handy with his fists.
Yeah, but handier with a gun.
Bring him into my office.
Boy, you sure give him a good washing. Here's your head, Lucky.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Now, listen here, Lucky. You got yourself in a trouble mess around here, and you're going to keep on getting them. I'm going to be right on your whip and following you.
You made a nice impression on the boss there.
Hello
Randall.
there, Mr. Cutter. What do you say?
Carco's the name.
Falco.
Savin likes your work. He wants to see you in his office.
Yeah, and I want to see him, too.
Well, you can count me out, but I'm going with you.
I'll get that smart aleck. It's the last thing I ever do.
It will be if you ever try. You ought to be glad he didn't use his gun on you instead of his fist. Come on.
It took a lot of sand to stand up to Blackie, Randall. He's no lily in a fight.
He sure isn't.
The Parker girl didn't show much thanks for what you did.
I don't blame her.
Now, before you start forming any opinions, maybe you better learn all the facts.
Just what are the facts, Savin?
I've sunk a fortune around Pinion City. I've tried to buy out these small ranchers at reasonable prices and show them some kind of leadership. Nothing's going to stop me from bringing progress to this city. The squatters have been holding us up, and Parker was heading them.
Parker didn't look like a common squatter to me. He looked like a homesteader if I ever saw one. An honest, hard-working man. You know, it doesn't seem very generous to me that you should fence off the grazing land like Miss Parker said. It's like putting a man in a corral and expecting to make a living there.
Oh, wait a minute, Randall. Let's get this straight. You hired out to work for me. That means you're going to see things my way.
I hired out to you and kept my fingers crossed, wondering why you were paying such top wages for gun hands. And I found out. So you could keep grabbing and grinding the little man under your feet.
Keep talking, Randall.
I think I will. It's men like Parker that build up the West and bring progress to it, not men like you. It's the sweat and blood of the little man that makes this country the great country that it is, not the greed of the so-called big ones. I think Miss Parker and her friends could use a few gunslingers themselves.
And it's ideas like that that mean you won't live long enough to put them into action.
I'll take that chance. From now on, you'll find me on the side of the settlers.
All right, Randall. That's the way you want it. That's the way it'll be.
It's the way I want it. Sink or swim.
When you're sunk, try... You're still in town at sundown. I'll gun you down on sight.
I'll be here.
Hey, Cannonball.
Say, you're sure a fine one, Cannonball. Where you been?
Where have I been? You know that barcode cutter, whatever you call that fella? He said that the boss wanted to see you on special business when I started following you.
Well, why didn't you come in? Say, I was in a tough spot there for a minute.
You were in a tough spot. Good gracious. I started to go in the door when this big bruiser comes out and says, wait a minute there. Said you can't go in there. Said you had special business in there. Pops me in the jaw.
Yeah, what'd you do?
What did I do? Then I really started getting mad, boy. I started bawling all up here. And I grabbed him by a collar and I said, pop! I hit him there, I hit him there. Then I really took him by his ear and twisted his dadgum ears. Then I grabbed him right by his collar again. I started to give him a good fast 1-2.
Gee, that's swell, Cannonball. Then what'd you do?
I woke up.
He must have given you that fast 3-4. Come on, we'll go out and have a talk with Parker.
You know, I wish I had that to do all over again.
Yeah, what would you do?
Punch that guy right in the nose before I woke up.
You should have thought of that.
Say, Lucky, you know, I was just thinking.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
Think we'd be able to get anything to eat out of Parker's?
Well, I don't know, but we can give it a try. Come on.
I ordered you to hire men who weren't particular how they collected their pay. Randall's not that kind. He's out to make us trouble, and it's up to you to see that he don't.
Just what I'm going to do.
Blackie, got it. Come here.
What's up?
Well, Randall walked out on us.
I knew that guy was a double-crosser.
He thinks he's going to shoot it out with me at sundown, but I'm afraid I won't have the pleasure.
Oh, you want us to have the fun, is that it?
Yeah, he's probably heading for the Parker Ranch right now. Take a couple of men with you and see that he don't get back.
That's what I'm hoping for. Come on, Cutter.
See who that is, Ann.
Hey, Cannonball, you'd better wait here. I'm not so sure how these people are going to receive us.
I know, Lucky, maybe you might need some help.
If I do, I'll send you after some.
Ann.
Just a minute. You've got your nerve coming here. There's no room on this ranch for saving gunmen. Now get out.
You got me wrong, miss. I understand how you must feel, but I'm not working for Sabin. That is, I'm not working for him anymore.
Sabin sent you here to finish what Blackie started. Now get on your horse and ride before my finger slips on this trigger.
I came out here to offer you my help.
We want no help from Sabin or anyone else connected with him. Now get out.
Don't be too hasty, Ann. Who is the gentleman?
I don't know.
My name's Randall, sir. Lucky Randall.
Stranger in these parts?
Yes, I just arrived today from Split Rock.
Let him come in, Ann.
Thank you, sir. Glad to know you, Mr. Parker.
You say you're not one of Sabin's men?
No, and to prove it, I'll put my gun right in your lap.
No, you don't. Your friends have tried a lot of tricks, but none that crude. Keep your hands off that gun and reach for the ceiling.
I'd hate to have Sabin and his gang see me now.
Never mind the build-up. Just get down to business and tell us what your game is.
There's no game, ma'am. Seems like I'm caught between two fires. You and Sabin. I hired out to Sabin over at Split Rock before I found out what he was up to. I realized I'd made a mistake when I saw what happened in town today. From what you said and what he told me, I think he's nothing but a range hog, fattening off of you settlers.
You hit the nail right on the head, son. Put down the gun, honey.
All right, but try anything funny and I'll show you how fast I can use it.
I believe you.
Randall, that's the name, isn't it?
That's right.
They've got the settlers so frightened they're like putty in Sabin's presence.
I think I can show you how we can take the battle right back into his camp. That is, if I can use your ranch for headquarters.
But they're too well organized. You wouldn't stand a chance against killers like that.
Gotta fight fire with fire. That's what I intend to do. That is, with your cooperation.
I'd give all I have to see Sabin smashed and the Rangers given back to the settlers. But I'm afraid I won't be much help with this.
You just sit tight and let me worry about that. First thing I'm going to do is look up the status of this rangeland. If it's government property, Sabin hasn't any more right to it than the rest of you settlers.
That's right.
You can make him pay for every foot of land he's stolen. I've got a little unfinished business to tend to in town. My friend Cannonball's outside. Do you mind if he makes himself at home in the bunkhouse?
All right, Lucky.
Thanks, Ann. Bye. Everything's all set, Cannonball. Get the bedding off of the horses and find us a place to bunk down tonight. I've got to go to town.
Lucky,
Yeah, what's the matter, Cannonball?
are we really gonna stay here?
Well, sure. Isn't that all right?
Yeah, but how's the food situation?
What are you talking about? You've got enough there to last you for 3 months here.
What do you think I am, a camel? Good gracious, that ain't no reserve basket.
Never mind that. You just find a place for us to sleep tonight.
You sure I can get something, Lucky?
I wouldn't worry about that. They're nice people. Come on, boy.
Bring me a dime worth of vanilla wafer for sure, yeah? Come on, Lakin, let's get some bread here.
Well, I guess it's about as good a place as any. He's got to come back this way.
If I had my way, I'd rather meet him face to face and show him who's gunning for him.
The only way I ever want to see that bird is from behind. He's chain lightning on the draw.
Yeah, and I'll get him right where his suspenders cross.
Here he comes. Get ready. All right, you can have first crack at him, Blackie, but don't miss.
It'll be easy.
All right, turn around, you two, so I can plug you right between the eyes.
You can't do that.
Oh, can't I? You're going to plug me in the back, weren't you?
No, I wasn't going to do nothing.
I guess it would be wasting lead on a couple of skunks like you two. Oh, what?
That low-down, knock-kneed salamander.
Let's get our horses and find our guns.
Like to send a wire.
All right.
Register of Public Lands, State Capitol. Please send information regarding Oro County rangeland by tomorrow's stage. Lucky Randall. There you are.
Fine. Be $1.80. Send a couple more words for the same money.
No, I think that's clear.
Okay.
Watch that, will you?
Yes, sir.
Say, on second thought, maybe you'd better have that sent to Mr. Parker. I'm not so sure I'm going to be here.
Fine. Hello.
Let me have that.
Hey, give me... Get away.
Have you sent this message yet?
Why, certainly.
You have, huh?
Trailed him to Parker's place, and when we jumped him, he gunned down a couple of the boys.
Kill him?
They're deader than doornails. Say, that bird can knock a fly off a doggy's ear at 100 yards.
Well, Barco, I guess you'll have to meet him on the street after all. You got a couple of minutes, then go out and get him.
Well, maybe he won't show up.
Not him, Barco. You ain't scared, are you?
Of course not.
You can take him.
Just caught Randall at Wells Fargo telegraphing the state capitol.
What about?
Well, he asked for the full status on the Oro County rangeland.
He's trying to find out if there's free government range.
And if they get the facts, him and the settlers can force us to pay for every foot of ground we fenced off from them.
You ain't got the facts yet, Ace. But they'll be coming in on tomorrow's stage addressed to Leif Parker.
Good work, Trigger. By tomorrow, Randall will be in Boot Hill. And when that stage reaches Dead Man's Pass, we'll take the information off of it. No one will be the wiser.
Hey, wait a minute, Saban. That's robbing the United States mail. Think they're taking a pretty big chance?
Randall is tricky. We've got to take chances. You got us into this by hiring him. It's up to you to get us out of it. It's sundown right now. You ought to be out there gunning him down right now.
He's the fastest gunslinger I ever saw. You know that. That's why I tried to hire him. No, I ain't meeting it.
Yellow, huh? And this is what I pay good money for. All right, maybe it's just as well. If you think he's too fast on the draw, don't go out there. I need all the gun hands I can get right now.
Barco, you and I had an appointment out in the street at sundown. What's the matter? Did you lose your nerve? You and your pals ever have any? Go ahead. I'd like nothing better than gunning you down. What about it, Barco? Do you want to finish it now?
I'd be a fool swapping lead with you, Randall.
I thought so. It's easy enough to gun down men like Parker or shoot a man from ambush. I never saw a cut-bank killer yet that didn't have a yellow streak down his back a mile wide. And that goes for you, too, Saban. You probably know I've joined in with the settlers. I'm going to keep whittling you down every time you cross my trail until you're sorry you ever came to Pinion City. I'll see you later. Next time, I'll plant that where it'll do the most good.
Horses in front of Wells Fargo.
Wagon load of trouble, big steep hill to climb. Your honey, she's done left you and you ain't got a dime. Keep hubbin' it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbin' it down that lonesome road. How's the world been treating you? Made your fortune yet? The world ain't been treating me. I pay for what I get. Keep hubbin' it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbin' it down that lonesome road. Some folks born to lose and some folks born to win.
Some folks born to hub it, that's where I come in.
Keep hubbin' it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbin' it down that lonesome road. I've pulled pounds of cotton, I've pulled fields of corn.
Yes, we'll be hubbing it till Gabriel blows his horn.
Keep hubbin' it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbin' it down that lonesome road.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Why do you suppose Lucky sent us that telegram?
I wish I knew. He told us to go to Parker's ranch.
Say, maybe he's in some sort of trouble.
Oh, trouble nothing. He's probably got us a new job.
Hey, look! Like a stage hold up.
Well, let's find out.
Get the little bag!
Well, he's done for.
You sure throw a scare into those fellas.
With a gang like that on the loose in this county, I think I know why Lucky sent for us.
There you are, Mr. Parker.
You've been mighty good to us, son.
Well, I'm always glad to help all I can. Say, there's Bob and the boys. Hey, Cannonball! That's Savin gets a load of that game.
Hey, Mr. Parker, that's the finest bunch of fellas you ever did see. With Lucky and me, man, we can clean up anything.
As I swing along on my pony.
On my pony.
On
my pony.
Tie-yi, yippee-yay.
Yippee-yay.
Got the world on a string and a gal I'll bring from San Antonio. Oh, San Antonio. Now all the boys are swinging to the tune I'm singing. Tie-yi, yippee-yay. That's a song I'll sing as I swing along my way. Tie-yi, yippee-yay. Now all the boys are swinging to the tune I'm singing. Tie-yi, yippee-yay. That's a song I'll sing as I swing along my way. Tie-yi, yippee-yay.
Hiya, boys. Sure glad to see you, Bob. You didn't waste any time getting here, did you?
No, say, you got that job for us?
I sure have. But, look, Bob, there's no pay.
No pay?
Bob, get plenty to eat, though. You know that? We got the black-eyed peas, turnip greens, ham hock, biscuits that big and chitlins.
That's enough of that, Cannonball. Come on, I want you to meet
Hey,
the Parker.
down there, boy. We got plenty to eat, y'all. Let's get in and get it.
Boys, I want you to meet Miss Parker and her dad.
Howdy,
Miss
boys.
Parker. Miss
How do you
Parker. Now I know why I sent for us, to help him keep you company.
Well, you boys make yourself right at home, and I'll get you something to eat.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know what to say, boys, but you don't know what it means to us to have you here.
Well, I'll tell you what it means to us, Mr. Parker. It means we're going to back you up to the limit. Ain't that right, fellas?
That's right. That's right.
Hey, fat boy, you look like you're falling away to a turn. You better come on inside and get some meat. Come on, boy.
Give me a hand here, will you, Cannonball?
How'd it go?
Like taking candy from a baby.
Anything happen?
Stage driver made a run for it. We had to gun him. This is the one you're looking for.
That's where we went. Now, if Randall and Parker fail to get this reply from the state capitol, they'll think their scheme's gone haywire. In the meantime, I'll take care of him and the rest of the settlers. But first, I want you to take that herd of cattle over the county line. I've sent Lefty over there to take care of things.
What about this mail? It ain't safe leaving it lay around here.
Oh. Well, throw it in the river on your way out to my ranch. Now get going. I want that herd moving as fast as you can.
I like them, boys. Well, them good ranches. How you like them biscuits? Good?
Why don't you stop talking and let your food digest?
Digest, all I want to do is eat it. I always did say a man could fight best when he got a big, full stomach. Right now, I can lick my weights in wildcats.
Yeah, the way you stoke that gravel pit of yours with food, it won't be long till the Parkers will have to start butchering their horses.
Parkers are having enough trouble. From what you say about this fellow Sabin, he must be some man to reckon with.
He's not only bad, he's smart, and that's a dangerous combination. I've scouted his ranch and found a big herd there. They stolen from the settlers, already to drive across the county line. I counted 50 head alone with Parker's brand on it. Our first move is to grab off that herd, return him to the rightful owners. He wants a battle, we'll give it to him, both barrels.
There's no room in the county for a man like that.
There's no room in America for a man like Sabin. This country is based on equal rights for all. He's denied the settlers those rights. We'll keep hacking at him and his gang until he gets desperate. When they get desperate, they'll make a mistake, and that's when we'll get him.
Sabin don't sound like a man that'll make mistakes, though, Lucky.
It don't make any difference. We'll hit him and keep hitting him until he yells for help.
Well, show us that herd, Lucky.
You do the leading, Lucky, we'll do the following.
All right, boys, let's go.
There's more brands in this herd than a dog has fleas. Sabin's no fighter when it comes to stripping the country.
If the yokels knew this was pre-government rangeland, we'd be in a fix.
Randall thought he was playing smart. You have to burn plenty of midnight oil down with the boss. Oh, yeah!
There's the herd. Hey, there's a lot of them. That fellow Sabin believes in doing things a big way, doesn't he?
That big galoot on the left looks like one of the road agents we saw holding up the stage.
Well, that's Blackie. What stage you talking about?
The one heading for Pinion City. We tangled with them, but they got away.
Yeah, that means Sabin found out we're expecting a letter from the state capitol and tell up the stage to keep us from getting it. So we're going to find out what that report contains. We got to take Blackie alive.
Well, what about them others down there?
This is war. It's them or us.
Hot dog, boys, this gonna be like shooting fish in a barrel. Come on now, up and out, now keep your powder dry.
Got those friends of his with him. Let's get out of here!
Boys, right up the herd and head them back to the Parkers. Come on, Bob.
All right.
right, get on your feet.
What are you gonna do with me?
Take you back to the Parker Ranch with us.
What for?
You'll find out. Get moving.
Where's the fire cutter?
What are you doing here? I thought I ordered you to get that herd out.
That's what we was doing when they jumped us.
What do you mean, jumped you?
We was driving the herd out when Lucky Randall and them friends of his from Split Rock raided us. I got away and they took Blackie prisoner.
Those punches wouldn't have the nerve to tackle anything that big.
That's what you think. They're willing to swap lead with anybody. And the way they gunned us down proved they wasn't using slingshots.
When did they get here?
All I know is they're here and they're making their headquarters at the Parker's Ranch.
The only way to do anything around here is to do it yourself. Come on, boys, we're hitting the saddle for the Parker place.
Get along, little doggy, you ain't tired. Get along, or I'll tan your little hide. Since your learning ain't the best, well, I guess I'd better tell you of the justice dealt to rustlers in the West. Oh, it's something every doggy ought to know. And it's why you've got a crooked brand to show. A thieving rustler burn your brand. Now we're gonna make him stand on his head with a rope tied to his toe.
We're gonna give a special party just for him. He's gonna find himself way out on a limb.
Get along, little doggy, keep ahead. Get along and remember what I said. And when you're an old range cow, you can tell your little doggies that the rustler that branded you is dead. You can tell your little doggies that the rustler that branded you is dead.
Cannonball, you and the boys stay here and keep an eye on this herd.
Bob, let's you and I go and have a little talk with Blackie.
All right. Hey, Lucky! Give old Blackie extra puppy tracks on his neck. You know the 5th degree. That'll make him talk.
So you snared Blackie.
Yeah, I brought him over so you can hear what he's got to say. All right, you light down. Make it quick.
If I wasn't laid up, I'd cram this gun down your throat.
If he doesn't talk, maybe you get a chance to do that yet, Mr. Parker. What'd you take off that stage, Blackie?
I ain't telling anything.
That's what you think.
You better wake up, Blackie. You've just got a minute to talk.
You took mail off that stage dressed Mr. Parker, didn't you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
You ever see a man dangling from the limb of a tree with his toes fighting to touch the ground? Then all of a sudden, it's over. You don't mind if I mess up your front lawn, do you, Mr. Parker?
It'll be a pleasure to see him hanging there.
You can't scare me.
I'm not trying to scare you, Blackie. Whatever makes you think of that. All right, Bob, take it out.
I'll talk. I'll talk. Saban ought to get the letter. He didn't want you to know that this was free government range, and he had no more right to it than anyone else. Yeah, you won't squeal again. Come on, let's get the others. Come on, Bob, keep it coming. Here. This.
Every shot counts. We're running short on cartridges.
How many slugs you got, Bob?
I've got 3.
Good thing Ann isn't here.
He went to visit some neighbors.
Hey, fellas, come here a minute. Look here. Boy, somebody's riding down there and sure ain't full of help. Say, that's Ed Parker. We better get down and find what's the matter. Get in here, Gate. Get.
Saban and his gang are attacking our house. Dad and Lucky are there trying to hold them off.
Bob must be with them. Let's go, fellas.
Must be running out of slugs. Keep on shooting. As soon as they can't fire back, we'll rush the house.
We haven't got a full load between us.
Got a full box out in my saddlebags, but they're not doing us any good here. Well, we're down to our last cartridge. As soon as I see it clear, I'm going to make a break for it.
That'd be suicide, son.
What do you think staying in here is?
Can't do that, Lucky. It's too risky to go out there with one shell to cover you.
We'll talk about that later. Say, it's Cannonball and the boys.
Cartridge, boys. Keep your bellies to the ground. That's the way, boys. Boys, sound like the fireways have stopped. We better get over and do a little investigating. Come on, fellas.
There's Saban making a break for it. folks, I'm mighty proud to be the first martial of Pinyon City. I want you to know if it hadn't been for Ann here and Bob and the boys and old Cannonball, maybe I'd have a different story to tell today.
Some folks born to lose and some folks born to win. Some folks born to hub it, that's where we come in. Keep hubbing it, son, it's your wagon load. Keep right on hubbing it down that lonesome road.